everybody, and welcome to One on One with Unc. Tonight, my guest is Miss Sherell Flagg. She is a entrepreneur doing a lot of different things. She is the co-owner of RESH, which is an eco-friendly salon and spa. Also, I want to make sure I get it right. Le Dîner, wait a minute, Dinner Le Blanc, Wilmington. I probably got it wrong, but she'll straighten me out. She is also the founder and owner of Pretty Moody. Pretty Moody is a modern menopause lifestyle and wellness brand, a safe community for women to learn, grow, engage, and live a badass, pretty moody life, judgment free. So without further ado, I bring to you Miss Sherell Flagg, and she will explain to you everything that I just said and make it make sense.
You did
Good
a
evening.
great job.
Very much. Thank you for being here. It is a pleasure.
Thank
Um,
you for having me.
yeah, I was perusing through Instagram, and I just saw this subject, and actually I saw the and we'll get into that, the
Uh-huh.
fame.
Uh-huh.
That caught my attention. And
Okay.
then the hat, the hat was fly, and I'm like, okay, this fan. And then I started reading, and I'm like, okay, the only thing I can remember about menopause is my mother. She would say, woo. And I'm like, Mom, what's the matter? And she's like, oh, baby, I'm just going through the changes. And and she'd be sweating, and I'd be like, well, and I had no clue until I got older and realized that going through the changes actually had a name. So if you could explain how you got into Pretty Moody or came up with
Well,
Pretty Moody.
um, wow, Pretty Moody came about during the pandemic, this crazy pandemic that we're actually still in, trying to
Hmm.
survive. In 2020, July, I got thrown into surgical menopause. I had like 2 weeks notice that I was about to have this life changing surgery, and I was just trying to like just compartmentalize everything. Like, oh my God, like what's about to happen? My life's about to change. Like you said, none of the women in my family talked about it, so I had to start getting on my grind to do my due diligence to, find out as much information as I could, and I started talking to other women. I'm a hairstylist. So
Okay.
I come in contact with, wonderful women all day long. So, yes, they've sat in my chair and had hot flashes, and, and I would be like, oh, girl, you hot. And now I get it. So those very same women I've cultivated conversations with, they feel already safe and comfortable talking to me. So now they're opening up now that they know that I'm in menopause also. They're wanting to have these conversations now. So that's how I got there. And I just want us to like really get loud about menopause and really begin to start having these conversations.
Yeah, because I know that that's not a conversation that or a topic that you hear a lot about, and I know that there are women that once they go through menopause, and especially the ones that it's because it's a natural process
Mhm.
for women, and I think it was after
For some
40
women.
for some, is after
Mhm.
40, but to be thrown into it way before it's even time, I could imagine, I can only imagine that that is a very, as you say, life-changing experience.
That
I've done some research, and they say the moods change, and I mean it's like it drives them crazy, and
pretty
I
moody.
couldn't imagine.
I like to say
I,
we're pretty moody. That's what I like to say.
okay.
My husband will
Okay.
definitely let me know when I'm being pretty moody.
And I'm sure it was an adjustment for him as well. It's like
Absolutely.
today you're, one day you're like everything's, and then all of a sudden this change happens, and now it's like two different people, and you
Right.
don't know. Sometimes you don't know which one you're going to get, and so you
That's
have to
right.
be prepared for both. And I guess you have to have compassion and
Yeah,
understanding. So
absolutely.
it's good for us men to read up on it and
Yeah.
learn. Not everything, but to be able to understand it. Because something my
That's
brother
so
told me,
true.
he said, you never want to have to excuse yourself from the dinner table because you can't participate in the conversation.
That,
So
yes, that's good
you
advice.
it's important. Yeah, it's important that we listen and learn, because I can only imagine what the women are going through.
You have a very valid point. I mean, my husband, thank God for him, because he has been like the best through this whole situation. And it's true, like I encouraged him in the beginning, like, hey, I'm trying to educate myself. You need to educate yourself too, because I can't even help you with this because I don't know what the hell is about to happen. You know what I mean? So I have
Hmm.
no idea. So you got to get your knowledge. I got to get my knowledge, and we'll put it together. He's been very, very understanding, very compassionate. He's tried to educate himself as much as he can. He learns every day, just like me, because it's ever evolving. I don't know what's every day. I'm finding out I got a new symptom. So I
Hmm.
have no idea, like what tomorrow is going to bring. So he has that flexibility, which has been a great asset, to this menopause situation, because it is something else.
Yeah, like I said, I used to see my mom go through it, and it was very, very interesting to see the change.
Yes.
And because to me at first it was funny, because like it's wintertime and here you're sweating and talking about it's hot. I'm sitting
Mhm.
over here and I'm like this, and and
It's freezing cold.
yeah, and so woo, I'm like woo,
Yeah.
what?
And you
But
can't control that. Like when you get a
yeah.
hot flash, you cannot control it. And it was funny because in the beginning, my husband, he would be like, "Oh, just drink some water or put some cold water on your neck, or just do it." And I'm like, "Yeah, it feels good, but it doesn't make the hot flash go away." I mean,
Okay.
you got to go through it. And it's menopause is um yes, it can be funny when you're watching it happen from the outside, but it affects like millions and millions of women every single year. This is something that is never going to go away. Women are
Right.
always going to enter into menopause like at some point, and it affects everybody differently. Some women have no symptoms. Some women might have a couple, and some women like myself, I'm finding I'm getting every single one under the sun. So, and there's a lot of menopause symptoms, out there. I believe the last time I counted, it was like 30 something, and it can be
Wow.
more. So I'm just trying to, again, like educate myself so that I can help other women that fall into this arena, and again, create those conversations, like have a safe place where you feel comfortable, because women don't like talking about this. This is not a
Right.
glamorous, menopause is not sexy, it's not glamorous, it's not, you know, and I'm like, no, but it can be. You don't have
Right.
to feel bad all the time. Show the times that you do feel good along with the times you feel bad. So I'm just trying to like change the narrative a little bit, because I still want to be appealing. I still want to feel sexy. I still want to, even if I'm burning up or having a hot flash, once I'm through that joker, I want to be a diva. So I
Right. Right. You want to, get you the other side and be like, hey, you know
want to
what?
get to
I
the
made
other
it through that
side.
one. And whenever the next one comes, I'll be ready for that one. But I know that when I
Right.
get out of that, I'll be ready. And yeah, so it's very interesting. Like I said, as I've gotten older,
Hmm.
you see things different, and you start to understand that, you know, women go through a lot. Not just like with they have to have babies, and they have to put up with men, and then they have to go through
Yeah,
the menopause,
a
and
doggone.
Yeah, and it's like, and I'm like, wow, this is, you start to get a better understanding of life in general, and understand
Absolutely.
that it's not as glamorous and nice as it may seem to be.
That's right.
Now, as far as Pretty Moody, is
Hmm.
there a? I know there's the website. I have that information in the description.
Hmm.
So if anybody wants to click on that, and they want to, go to the website, they can do that.
Hmm.
Do you offer like any kind of like programs or pamphlets, or just, or is there anywhere else they can go to get information that you offer?
I would say right now, go to my Instagram page, which is Pretty Moody AF. It's at Pretty Moody AF, or the Facebook page, because we are, building right now. So a lot of great things
Okay.
are coming, but there is some information there now. And I'm about to start a podcast soon. I have some skincare products coming. Um, the fans that you were talking about early, so my goal is to, and let me give it up because today is International Women's Day on top of that. So you picked a
Yes.
great day to have me on the show. Yeah, for all us women out there and all us menopausal women out there. So we want to clap it up for the ladies today. But yes. But my goal is, education and products. And I know sometimes people look like, oh, people reach at the opportunity to sell something. I'm selling to myself first. Like, I'm my own
Right.
customer. So I'm trying to provide solutions, for the things that I'm experiencing, like the hot flashes, and, my skin is like horrible right now because
Mhm.
it's lacking collagen. The hormones is all over the place, crazy different now. So there's a lot of things that I'm noticing that my body like needs replenished and replaced now. So I'm trying to provide those things, as well in my community.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Now I'm going to play this little video,
Okay.
because this thing, it looks, it looks like it's good for you. So let's let the people see.
All right. I'm like, yeah.
Okay. First off, who came up with the music, the whole that whole thing?
My husband is like a genius. So he does like, he loves like videography, photography,
Okay.
like all the networking, like everything that excites you about setting up your stream yard and things like that. He's that guy. So
Okay.
so
Okay.
he I just, he's like, you gotta do like a little commercial. I'm like, okay, well, do it. So I didn't see it until it was done. He did it and he
Oh,
sent it
okay.
to me. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, he's
He
the
did a
man.
great job. I
Thank
like that.
you.
He did a great job. Now,
Thank you.
did you who came up with the concept for, wait a minute, it's the hot girl
What
fan?
girls? Yes. So I did not invent the fan. I sourced the fan. However,
Okay.
I went through probably about maybe 5 or 6 different like prototypes
Hmm.
that I tested out, before I settled on, my hot girl fan. It was the best. It was comfortable, it's rechargeable, you don't need batteries, it's cute. Sometimes people think I'm listening to music, you know what I mean? So, and it's
Okay.
lightweight, so I can work out with it. I can just hang out, whatever the case is, you can take it wherever you go. So that
Okay.
was that. And I needed something that I can just slip on. Again, I'm a
Right.
hairstylist, so I'm all day on my feet working, hot flat irons, blow dryer, hot flashes. They come all day long. They don't care if you're working or not.
Yeah. So you just tap the button and
That
there
on,
you
hit
go.
that button. Yes. And then I
Yeah,
turn into the video.
now, where can they be purchased?
They can be purchased on my website, and it's www.prettymoodyaF.com, and it's AF is in Frank.com.
Okay, I think I have that in the description. I'm sure I do. Let's see. Hold on one second. Let me. Oh, need the feedback. Yep, it's in the. It is in the
Thank
description.
you.
So if anybody wants to click on it, they can either click on your Instagram or they can click on the website and click on Instagram to go to the website, or just go directly to the website. Um, I think that is a pretty good idea. It looks like it's it may be even something that you could use not just like during the summertime.
Oh,
Like
yeah, and my husband puts it on, at work because he's a hairstylist too. We work together, right?
okay,
Yes,
okay.
I'll walk by and I'm like, "You having a hot flash, dude? Like, what's going on?" So he'll say, "It's not just for that." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need
whatever
to be
floats your
cool
boat.
as well.
That's right.
Yeah, but it looks like a very novel idea. Now let's get into the. I know I said it wrong. The dinner, Le
Oh,
Dîner
neon Blanc. Yes.
on Blanc. Yes, Wilmington. I watched a little snippet on YouTube
Okay.
where you were describing it, but I
Mhm.
would rather for my audience to hear it as well.
Okay. So,
So and
Le Dîner Blanc International is the overall brand.
okay,
My husband and I are the owners of the Wilmington Dîner Blanc, right? So they're in
okay,
over, Imma say, over 90 cities all over the world, over 34 countries. It originated in Paris, France, I think like 34 years ago. And the concept was basically our owner, he wanted to have like a picnic where he brought his friends together because life just gets so busy and, everybody's doing their own thing. So he had this grand idea to say, you know what? So that we all can identify each other, we're going to all wear white and we're going to pop
okay.
up at a secret location. And
Ah,
the concept grew over the years. So the biggest one is in Paris, France, where it was originated. But again, we're all over the world. I mean, Africa, Bahamas, Jamaica, Singapore, like everywhere. And we brought it to Wilmington, and the first one in 2018.
okay. And how was the turnout?
We had a little over 1,100 people.
Okay.
Yes, it
Okay.
was good.
Now, do you provide the food, or do they bring their own food, or how does that work?
So the thing about it is, it's a chic, elegant pop-up picnic. So keyword being picnic. So you bring your
Okay.
own food,
Okay.
and ironically, you bring your own table, your linens, your china. You bring everything. We do
Okay.
sometimes have like caterers where you can order from like on our website and pick your food up on location, but it's still
Okay.
like picnic style, like elegant chic picnic style though. Like people are dressed to the nines. It's
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's not just like you showing up to a picnic on the grass with a blanket. You bringing out china. You got like meals. You may have lobster, caviar. It's top notch,
Oh, fancy.
fancy.
Okay. And is there a fee or
Yes, there is. There is a nominal fee, and it's you. Dinner en Blanc is a like 2-person ticket per se. So you cannot
Okay.
come along. You have to come with someone. And it's usually
Okay.
around like 40 something per person.
Okay. Okay.
And it's
And that's usually it's what? Is
exclusive.
it okay. Okay. So that means that you don't know until that is there somewhere you meet? How do they know where to meet? Because
That's
you
a
say
good
it's
question. So we have what we call group leaders and table leaders. And those are everyone that works for us is volunteering. So they have like a group of people that they're assigned to. They have a meeting location. So you meet your table leader at this meeting location, and then they guide you to the secret location. You still don't know where you're going until you get there.
until you get there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that keeps people from just showing up.
Yes.
Okay. Because there's always those people that
And we
just want
still
to.
get them. And we still
Oh
get
yeah,
some of them.
the stragglers. They're like, hey, that looks cool over there. Let me
Yes.
go over there. And
We
till
still
they
get them
figure out that.
because I'm sorry, it's held like in a public space. So although
Okay.
we reserve the public space for our event, it's still open. So you might get
Okay.
passerbys or traffic, and we do get people that they pop in and they're curious, they want to see what's going on. So as long as
Of
they're not
course.
disrupting anything, we allow them to stay.
Okay. That sounds like fun. I don't know if they have one here in the DC area.
They do.
Until oh, they do.
Hmm.
Okay, because until I saw that I was going to be interviewing you and started doing some research, I had never even heard of
Oh
you know
wow.
a,
Okay.
a pop-up picnic, a
Yeah.
fancy one at that. I, like pick when I hear picnic, it's like you said, you go down to the park, take your
That's
blanket,
right.
and you got your people, and everybody's running around with the kids and stuff. But it sounds like a pretty good place to network as well.
It really is. And that's the thing. You never know who you're going to be sitting next to. So, I mean, you might have like a stay at home mom that might be sitting next to a judge or, whatever. Like people, there are all types of people that come and want to be a part of this. So it's a great place to, come with friends and family and meet new friends and family.
Okay, that
And
sounds that
your
sounds
surrounding areas, Richmond, they have one also.
okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Now I remember I was watching the video, and there was a lady that met a sister or
Mm.
something.
Hmm.
Now, how did that go?
So that was the crazy thing about that is that is one of my amazing girlfriends. Like I've known her for years, and I didn't even know until afterwards we talked, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, like I got to meet my sister at your event," and I'm like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, like I haven't." She hadn't seen her since they were like 8, 9-ish or whatever, like little kids. And
Hmm.
ironically, they saw each other and started talking and was like, "Oh my God, like you're my sister."
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. So
So,
she never knew she had the sister,
well,
or
she knew she
she
had
knew
her.
it,
Yep.
but she
She
just
knew she
never
had
knew
her.
where
She
she
had
was.
seen her since they were little girls. So
Wow.
it's a lot of great camaraderie going on. We have like engagements happening. And actually another crazy story, the very first one we did in 2018, someone
Hmm.
came to me and said, "Hey, I had this awesome couple. They want to get engaged here." And I'm like, "Great, let's make it happen." The next
Wow.
year, I found out that she was my cousin.
Wow.
Didn't even know.
Who knew? Wow.
So it's a great
And
event for so many things, so many reasons.
I guess I'll do some more research, and maybe once now they still have them during the pandemic, or is it
Well, we couldn't when everything was shut down. No, we
right?
didn't. We just did our first one in 2021. We didn't have it in
Okay.
2020 at all. So we picked up 2021. We did it here in Wilmington at Rodney Square. It was amazing. The turnout was great. We didn't have no outbreaks or anything like that. it was good. It was really good. So we're
Yeah,
gonna
because
see what happens. We're planning for this year. Again, late summer. So we just gotta ride it out and see what happens.
yeah, we do, and because it looks like something that could be a whole lot of fun, and like I said, a good place to network, and like you said, you never know who you're going to meet, so that sounds great.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we have here? The salon and spa. Now it says it's eco-friendly. What is the difference between eco-friendly and regular? Now, before you answer that, I want to say hello to my guests, Vern and Shishi. Thank you all. Thank you, Vern, for that donation. It's greatly appreciated. Um, thank you again. Now, the salon,
Mhm.
it's eco-friendly. Now,
Mhm.
what does that entail? Because to me, a salon is just like you go in, get your hair done, and
And that's it.
you know
Till
that's
next time.
it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Until the next time.
We became Delaware's first eco-friendly salon. And what that means for us is we wanted to just have like better practices with our carbon footprint. And
Okay.
we recycle a lot of things, like our practices that we do at the salon, our even our web hosting site. The company that hosts our website, they is run off of windmills, and we do a recycling program. Like when you buy products, you can bring your empty bottles back so we can recycle them for you, and you get like a percentage off. There's just the chemicals and things that are used. We look for a lot of things that are less harmful, that you have to work with every day and things like that. So it's just really
Okay.
just, lessening our carbon, footprint by the way we do things at the salon.
Okay. Now, when you first opened it, was that the way you did it, or were you already open and you were like, okay, you know what? Let's redo this whole thing and do it differently, or was that the idea when you first opened it? Was for it to
So
be eco-friendly?
so my husband and I, we when I first brief story, when I first met my husband, he had a salon with his father. Um and we left that salon and opened our own salon. When we opened our own salon, that's when we implemented the green
Okay.
practices. Yep. And we
Okay.
also have a hair care line, RESH hair care line as well. And we formulate, we make everything ourselves, and that's also a part of our green footprint.
Okay. Now, if you could send me that information, and I'll put it in the description, and
Sure.
also just share it out with as many people, because I I'm beginning to understand now the eco-friendly and the green, going green.
Yes.
It saves on energy, and it also, I think that it helps with the preservation of the earth.
It definitely does. I mean, something as small as like we only use like LED bulbs. People might be like, "Oh, that's such a small thing," but it's a minor thing that makes a big difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
the little
it's
thing. Every little thing helps because it helps
exactly,
create something big.
that's right.
So when you think that, okay, well, I use this one little light bulb, okay, that's fine. Now you'll start using other, and you'll see how that works. And so then maybe other people will start seeing what you're doing, and when they see that it works, and you're not really, I think that a lot of time people don't want to change
That's right.
because they are afraid of letting go of what they have, thinking that what's on the other side is worse.
That's right.
When sometimes you just gotta just,
Let it go.
yeah, just go for it.
That's right.
As Steve Harvey says, you have to jump, and
That's it.
you know, just jump, and you don't always need a safety net. People are afraid to jump because and without they want to have a safety net,
That's right.
and that's not always optional,
That's right.
or it's not,
You
if you're
got to know
waiting for it.
how to
Yeah,
fall
you
and
just,
get up. If you fall, just get up.
yeah, because I'm quite sure that when you and your husband started the business, it was like, wow, this, maybe did we do the right thing? You start to second guess yourself, and the same thing with me when I started the channel. Did I, you start to second guess yourself and you wonder, is it really going to work? And
Right.
then you find out that your job is to just show up
That's it.
and put in the work.
Yep. That's it right there. That's it.
And let's see, you're also you and your husband are also there's a program that you have where you work in the community, and what
Oh, the Michael Flagg Senior Foundation.
the Michael, that's what I'm looking for.
So
The foundation.
yes, that came about. My father-in-law, he passed away in 2011 from lung cancer, but he
Mm,
worked very closely with at-risk youth. So we started the foundation to keep his legacy going, and trying to, reach back out to the youth and help them along. Everybody, we all need some help. Nobody did
yes.
anything on their own. So,
Nope.
and sometimes you fall and you need somebody to help you get up. So that's what the Michael Flagg Senior Foundation is put in place for.
Okay. Is there a website for that as well?
We don't have a website for that. We just have the Facebook page under the Michael Flagg Senior Foundation.
Okay, I'll make sure that I put all that information wherever it needs to go, so
Okay.
that people can get to it.
Thank you.
You guys are doing great things.
Thank you.
This yeah, but now that hat, where'd that come from? That is actually and actually I've seen them in different colors now. I'm starting to see it's this thing with hats and people with well, especially women with hats, and I'm
Yes,
like,
yes.
that hat was pretty cool, and I'm like, hey, that's pretty neat.
Thank you. Actually, I found that hat on Etsy. Like I was just
Okay.
searching, for some nice, I think I was searching like fuchsia hats or something. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that's it. That's the one right there.
Yeah, it's pretty fly. I was like, okay, here
Thank
we
you. Thank
go.
you very much.
But yeah, and I, like I said, I saw you and your husband on, I think it was Good Morning Delaware, and
Oh, good
I
morning,
saw,
Wilmington. Yes.
yeah, and he was trying to figure out how to do the little cart thing, and it was like, oh goodness, and you're looking like, okay, come on, get it together, you can do this. Like, not right now. We've been practicing this. But
Every
it
day.
always, yeah, it always happens like that. You
All
go
the time.
the whole time he's probably been doing it. He stick his foot down there or do whatever, and it pops right out. And then as soon as the camera comes on,
Yep. As
it's
soon as
like,
you're on TV, everything when it
yeah,
shuts down.
oh yeah, oh yeah. But I really like the idea of the fan.
Thank
The
you.
that right there, I think that's probably a game changer
Thank you.
for a lot of women.
So it's been a game changer for me. I really cannot live without my fan right now. Like I had flew down to North Carolina a few weeks ago to see one of our daughters, and I forgot my fan. I charged it up for the plane
Mm.
ride and everything, and I left it, and I was ready to come back home. I was ready to miss my flight and come back home and get my fan. I was like, this is crazy. Like, what am I going to do? I survived, but I really cannot live without my fan. I have one in the kitchen. I have one hanging from the bed. I got anywhere I go, I have my fan with me.
That sounds like Linus and his blanket.
Yeah,
He just, you never see him without it.
that's right.
But there's usually a question and answer period, and I'm trying to wait to see if anybody has any questions.
Okay.
Because I'm really intrigued. I'm always trying to learn something new about something. And because then that way I can enlighten others.
That's right.
Because I think it is important that we share information.
Yeah.
It makes no sense if you know something that can help someone. It doesn't make sense to just keep it to yourself, because
Right.
What are you going to do with it? And
And
especially stuff about menopause.
that's right.
I don't know. It won't. Now I've heard, and I don't know if it's true, that men actually go through some sort of menopause, but I think ours is more of a midlife crisis where we want to just buy everything and do all these
No,
crazy
no,
things.
no, 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 nope, nope, nope. Y'all go through
Uh-oh.
andropause,
Uh-oh.
and it's a thing for men, just like menopause is a thing for women. It is
Mm-hmm.
not just some midlife crisis y'all
Uh-oh.
actually go through.
Now, what is it
Why you
called? It actually it has a name.
It's called andropause. Now, why do you think my husband needs that Pretty Moody fan? He not going to admit it, just like you wasn't.
Okay. See, you learn something new every day. So now I got something else to go research. You say it's
Listen,
andropause.
yup, look it
I'm
up.
gonna, that's my son's favorite line. We'll be talking about something, and he'll be telling us this and that. We're like, nah, man, you can't be. He'll say, look it up.
Look it up.
Yep, look it up.
Yes.
Wow. I heard it, but I thought it was just an old wives' tale.
No,
I
it's
guess I
very
was hoping. I
true.
was hoping that it was an old wives' tale. So now, what's going to happen is I'm going to go read it, and I'm going to look it up and do all this research, and then I'm going to be like, oh, so that's why this is happening to me.
Exactly. And then you're
that
going to have to do
explains
a
it.
show on it.
Yeah, you know what? You're absolutely right. I may just have to do that.
Yes.
I may just have to do that. But I really want to thank you for coming on and being such an amazing guest,
Oh, thank
and
you.
the work that you and your husband are doing, the work that you are doing.
Thank you.
It's great. I like that. Nick, say it one more time for me. The
Dîner en Blanc.
Dîner on.
You can
See,
say like Dîner. You can
I look
instead
at the word and see
Dîner.
mm-hmm,
And
Dîner. Okay,
Blanc.
see, I look at it. I see diner. So that
Yes.
it's French. Yeah. So
Yes.
I have to put my Dîner on Blanc. Okay.
Yes.
I have to get bougie.
So it's like dinner in white. The dinner in white.
Ah, that's what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See,
Mm-hmm.
you listen long enough, you learn a whole lot of stuff. And I wish you all continued success,
Thank you.
especially with the spa and salon.
Thank you.
What do is it? Just you come get your nails done, your hair done, your feet done, or
we're full service. The only thing we don't do is a massage, but we do offer like body treatments and facials and eyelash extensions and hair and color and nails. We offer all of those things.
Okay. Well, if
Yeah.
I'm ever if my wife and I are ever in Wilmington, then we'll be sure to stop by.
Please
It sounds
do.
like because I got a pedicure for the first time a few months ago, and I was like, "Whoa, this is pretty cool." I'm like, because
Exactly.
they say men don't get pedicures and manicures. Shoot, as a matter of fact, my wife treated me to a mani pedi for my birthday, and I'm
Oh, that
like,
was really nice.
shoot, yeah, I'm like, shoot, this is cool. Wait a minute, my birthday's in 2 weeks. Hmm. We
That's
have to
right.
have a conversation.
You gotta get those manis and patties and treat yourself.
Yeah.
That's
I just
right.
thought about that. Okay.
It'll help with that. It'll help with that menopause.
You know what? I guess I won't be laughing anymore. It ain't so funny now. But Sherell, I want to thank you so much.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
And like I said, I wish you and your husband continued success. I'll be watching out for the website to grow, and for Pretty Moody and the Michael Flagg Senior Foundation. I'll be looking. I'm going to go on Facebook and check that out, and share it. With my Instagram and Facebook people, and also on my radio show once we get that going together. So yeah,
Thank you.
I'm venturing out too with this radio show. I got my own radio.
Awesome.
Hmm?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So and I'll send you the link and everything. It's 10 to 2 on Monday through Friday. Right now they're having a little problem with the station, but I do old school slow jams,
Okay,
late
yes, send
night.
that to me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my thing. I love music. So but
That's awesome.
I'll send you that information. But again, thank you,
Thank you. It was
and
my
give
pleasure.
my regards to your husband, and tell
Well,
him thank you for sharing you with us,
yes,
and we really
thank
appreciate it.
you. Thank you. Thanks for having
Already,
me. It was my pleasure. I'm sure
well,
we'll be
thank
in
you.
touch in the future for something else.
Yes, because I'm always trying to just learn stuff and share whatever I come across with
Sure,
others
for
because I think
sure.
it's important.
Yes, it is.
Already,
We need
so
that. Keep
thank
doing
you
what you
again.
do because we need this.
Thank you. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Have a good
Well,
night. Bye
you do the
bye.
same. All
Thanks.
right. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Miss Sherell Flagg. Um, I'm going to be saying goodnight. There won't be a show next week. I'm working on my schedule. I had to rearrange my schedule to do different things, and so. But my birthday's coming up on March the 21st. For those of anybody that's interested, I'll be 60. Um, I started doing a story time as well. I shared a story the other day. So the plan is to, just share a little different stories from the things that I can remember because I find that as I get older, I didn't write these things down. So I'm relying on my memory, which, hey, you know, y'all know how that can be. But I thank everybody that came in. I really appreciate it. Shishi, my friend, um, Vern, thank you so much for that donation. It is greatly appreciated. And I'm going to be saying goodnight to everyone. And remember to be happy on purpose and know that I believe in you, believe in you too. I'm out. Peace.